We press the green button and the green light immediately comes on because the IN bit. After our elapsed time is greater than 5 seconds, our red light comes on. And the Q bit is going to be true after our elapsed time is greater than or equal to our preset. And to start with, let's just map what's available on the timer to our buttons and lights. I'm going to open up our timer operations and we're going to start with the TON. And I'm going to call mine the first timer. And in front of it, I'm going to put a go look for a 1. And we're going to be looking at button 1, which from our previous video, we still have our tags mapped. So button 1 goes to input 0, button 2 to 1, button 3 to 2, and so forth. And same with the lights. And then for our time, we're going to put 10 seconds. And to do that, all you got to do is type 10s. That would be 10 seconds. Or I can type 10,000, because that's 10,000 milliseconds, and it'll do the conversion for you. And let's see what all bits we can find here.
Tim, I'm noticing that you do not have to add a rung on your own. It is automatically added for you.
Yeah, that's right, which is a really cool feature. So yeah, let me undo that. And notice the moment I bring a go look for a 1 down to network 2,
it adds another one.
Let's go into first timer and see what we see. So under first timer, we have the IN and the Q. I'm going to select the IN. And let's have it turn on light 1. And then we'll bring down another go look for a 1. And this time we're going to look at the Q bit. And let's have it turn on light 2. And just to show that we can do more than bits, let's go to our compare tab. And let's bring down a greater than. And let's compare the first timer. We have an ET and a PT. The PT is that preset time that we put at 10 seconds. The ET is the elapsed time. It's how long has it been timing? And let's say if it's been timing for 5 seconds, then let's turn on light 3. And also in the timers, we have the reset down here, the RT instruction, and we can use it with the TON. So let's bring down a go look for 1. And let's look at our yellow button, which is button 2, and bring down an RT and assign it to the first timer. And let's put it under our PLC and see how that works. And if you need any help with downloading your program, or we went too fast to creating a program, we have videos on all that, so check them out. If we press our green button, our green light immediately comes on. If I hold my green button, after 5 seconds, our red light comes on, and then after 10 seconds, our yellow light comes on. Let's look at our program and see how that works. Press button 1, and that goes into the IN. So the IN means that our timer is enabled, and that's why our green light comes on whenever we press the button. Also, as I press it, we see that this elapsed time starts going up. And then the Q bit, after the elapsed time is greater than or equal to the preset, it's going to be set, and that's going to turn on our yellow light. Now we also added this reset right here. So while this is timing, I can press the yellow button and notice that it's going to write a 0 to that elapsed time. So either pressing this yellow button or when we let off of button 1, we'll reset the TON.
You're right. You are actually right.
I'm glad Amber agrees that that is how this works. But what if we wanted to remember what time it was? Because this is really good when we're going through time steps. But let's say button 1 was connected to a motor, and we wanted to know how much time the motor had actually ran. Right now, when I press button 1, it times up, but when I let off of it, it goes to 0. What if I wanted to remember that time? That's what the TONR is going to do. Because where the TON, when it's false, it writes a 0 to everything but the preset value. The TONR actually does nothing when it's false. And that's why it's so important we understand that just because an instruction's false doesn't mean it doesn't do anything. So let's put this in. Our IN works exactly the same, but if we look in here as I'm sitting here pressing this button, notice that our elapsed time is not going back to 0. It actually resumes where it left off and starts timing again. So if I bring it up here to we're almost at 5 seconds. And we go down here and look at our compare. The moment I bring that above 5, light 3 is going to be on. Now, in this case, when I let off the button, light 3 stays on because it's going to remember that value. Now our yellow button is our reset, and I press it and it goes out. And that's because of this RT instruction right here. Now, one really cool thing is I didn't actually have to do it this way. Notice there is an R right here, as I could have put in that right there. But just to show that it works separately, I also did that. But now I'm going to take this rung out and I'm going to move button 2 to this RT right here. So we're going to go find button 2. And then we are going to delete network 5. And now press the button. We wait 5 seconds. And our red light comes on. And just so we can see it still works, we wait 10 seconds. The yellow light comes on. And when I press the yellow button, that resets the exact same way. Now next, we have the TP. Let's check out what it does. So our green light was the IM bit. So don't even look at these. Let's just focus on our green light. And really, the green still means that the instructions preceding the TP are true. Right now, the yellow light was the Q bit. So wait till it times out. Now let's press it again. And so this is going to be set immediately when we press the green button. And it's going to remain true for the preset, which is 10 seconds. And finally, we have light 3, which was if our cumulative value is greater than 5. And so I press it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that just means that it is greater than 5. Now, once this times out, it does clear back to 0.
I have a question.
Amber has a question, everyone.
When you switched it over to TP, your reset went away.
That's right. So the TP does not have that built-in reset. Same as the TON doesn't have it, but we still could do it externally. That's worth doing. So let's go ahead and put that back in. So we're going to put a go look for 1, and we're going to be looking at button 2 again. And let's find that RT instruction, bring it in for the first timer. Now I'll press my green button and we see the Q bit. Now, the moment I hit the yellow button, it's going to reset it, which writes a 0 to everything but the preset. The final one we want to hit, make sure we understand, is the TOF. Let's put the TOF in. So when I press the green button, the IN bit turns to a 1. And really, that's what it still means is the instructions preceding that TOF are true. Then we have the Q bit, which is the yellow button. So it hasn't been pressed for 10 seconds, the Q bit is off. The moment I press the green button, the Q bit will turn on. Now notice our timer is not timing, so it's going to sit like this for pretty much until the instructions preceding the TOF are false. So I'll let off the button. Our timer is going to start timing, and we'll get a hint of that by this turning on in a second, but mainly we'll focus on this. Is 10 seconds after I let off that button, it'll go false. So on a TOF, the Q bit will be true whenever the instructions preceding the TOF are true, or it's been false for less than the preset time.